More credit for Tesla, Model X versus Moose, Tesla Solar makes it to the stores, and bad news for West Virginia EV owners. Here's Tesla Tidbits episode number 258 for June 26, 2017. We lead with an Electrek story that shows what is likely Tesla's final financial move before Model 3 launch. On Friday, after market close, Tesla announced the increase of its asset-backed line of credit by $625 million, with an option to add $175 million more. If Tesla fully utilized the credit with the option, the total line is worth $2 billion and is held by Deutsche Bank. Electrek reached out to Tesla as to the purpose of the extension, but received no response as of the time of this recording. I'd speculate that with the timing, this may be to support Model 3 leasing, as back in September when they increased this line by $300 million, this was one of the reasons given. I'd imagine the number of folks leasing Model 3 will be significant, and so this is the reason for the timing and the amount. Of course, this is wild speculation on my part, even if it is educated speculation, so we'll see what, if any, reason the company gives. Moving to Teslarati, on the heels of the Model X obtaining its 5-star crash safety rating from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, it's blown through yet another safety test. The Moose test is a name for an evasive action test to avoid something in the road, such as a moose, dog, pedestrian, or any other thing that may dart into the way of an oncoming vehicle. Traffic cones are set up to force a vehicle at speed to swerve to another lane and back to the original path to simulate the emergency. Model X was able to complete the test at speeds up to 70 kilometers per hour, or about 43 miles per hour for those of us using imperial measurements. Bumping this up even 2 kilometers per hour caused a failure of the test. In addition to the Moose test, the same folks ran the Model X through the standard slalom as well, finding similar responsiveness. To put this all in perspective, Audi's Q5 SUV was able to pass at up to 80 kilometers per hour, the Ford Edge at up to 74 kilometers per hour, and the Jeep Renegade at up to 71 kilometers per hour. Check out the Model X in action at the link in the description. Back to Electrek for another of the final signs of the Solar City integration. Displays have begun appearing in Tesla stores advertising Tesla Solar branded solar panels. These are the super sleek looking next generation panels that it will develop in partnership with Panasonic at Gigafactory 2 in Buffalo. Last month, Tesla had begun a pilot to determine if selling the solar products in stores would be fruitful, and it was so successful that they had this to say, quote, "We are working toward fully staffing more than 70 Tesla stores in the U.S. and abroad with dedicated Tesla energy salespeople over the next 2 quarters," end quote. Still no sign of Solar Roof in any stores, though much like Model 3, this isn't a product that can actually be owned yet and is also sold out well into next year. We end on a sour and likely to become more common note. Inside EVs tells us that West Virginia will begin an annual fee for battery electric and plug-in hybrid electric vehicles beginning July 1st. The fee for battery electrics will be $200 a year, and plug-in hybrids will see a $100 a year fee. In an equal opportunity move, fuel cell vehicles will also share the battery electric $200 a year fee structure. The interesting part about this story, though, is the fact that since 2011, only 111 battery electric vehicles and 328 plug-in hybrid vehicles have been sold in the state. Another salient observation made in the article is that the $200 level of tax is actually a higher tax than would be levied for an equivalent amount of gas purchased in a traditional internal combustion engine-powered vehicle. So we don't have a situation here where the state actually stands to make much money, roughly $55,000 annually by the article's calculation. It only serves to harm the adoption of EVs, plug-in or otherwise. You can find the links to today's full stories in the show description. This show operates on a value-for-value model. If you get some value out of what I do each day, please consider supporting me at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits. Thanks to my newest super patron, William Henry Crew III, upping his contribution to the $10 plus level. He joins super patrons John Waltauer, Drew Schuyler, John Waller, Mark and Sarah Thomas, Ryan Scarborough, and Lee Sweet. Of course, if you have no dollars to toss my way, no worries. Please show your love with positive feedback and subscriptions on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and other services across the internet, or keep the show referral code in mind if you're in the market for a Tesla. DM me on Twitter and I'll happily provide it to you. That's it for today. If you have feedback for me, the best way to be heard is to tweet at Tesla Tidbits. I'll see everyone back here again tomorrow. Until then, keep it charged and hit the road.